Welcome to the second part on the video of Indraprastha Gas Limited. We'll start with the sales. So between FY15 to FY21, the company's sales has grown from rupees 3,600 crores to approximately 4,900 crores. Company has taken a hit in FY21 because of the COVID-related disruption. The lockdown impacted the CNG vehicle sales as well as the industrial and commercial sales. And hence, as a result, if you see, there is a dip in the revenue from FY20, which was around 6,500 crores to approximately 5,000 crores in FY21. And this degrowth or this stagnancy in the revenue may remain in FY22 as well, because the first quarter of FY22, the month of April, May, were again a kind of impacted because of the second COVID wave in the country and the lockdowns that were announced in Delhi and adjacent areas. In terms of the operating profit, the company's operating profit has grown from approximately 790 crores to around 1,500 crores. And company has a very good operating profit margin. If you see that the operating profit margin is hovering in the range of 25%, and in fact, in FY21, it has increased to 30%. Maybe the uh, lower cost of the national gas has ensured that the company's operating margin has been increased. So on the operating margin front, these are very good margins actually. Coming to the net profit, the company's net profit has increased from 450 crores to approximately 1,011 crore. And net profit margin is also very good. It is hovering in the range of 16% to 19% between March 17 to March 20. And in March 21, in fact, it zoomed to the 24%. So there is a degrowth in the revenue. As a result, there is degrowth in the profit, but the operating profit margins and net profit margin has increased in FY21 for the company. Now let's talk about the balance sheet strength. We'll talk about return on equity. And again, the company's ROE is in the range of 20% to 22%. And this is again a very good number. If you see that it was 23% in FY20, which has dipped slightly to level of 19% in FY21. And this is because of the revenue degrowth that we spoke earlier. And maybe in FY22 as well, it may remain the same. And going ahead, it is expected to remain in the range of like 19% to 22% because of, again, the capex is also there. On the operating cash flow, if you see that company has consistently generated positive operating cash flow for past 6-7 years, and in fact the operating cash flow has consistently increased. It was around 879 in March 18 financial year, which is now increased to 1,500 in March 21 financial years. So this is again a very good indicator. Actually, companies consistently generating positive operating cash flow, and it is able to increase in OCF, it is able to increase its OCF year on year. Now let's talk about the key ratios. The company's current market price is 570. Its current market cap is approximately 40,000 crores. So this is essentially a mid-cap company. Current PE is around 34 and 5-year median PE is around 27. So company is approximately commanding 25 to 30% more premium to its current PE compared to its 5-year average PE. Industry PE is 15. So essentially the company's PE is double that of the industry PE. PEG ratio is again 1.65. It means that the company's PE is increasing more than its earning per share. It is a decent number. If the PEG is lower than 1, then we can say that company is fairly valued or better valued. But if it is above 1.5, then we can say that company may be trading with the expensive valuations. Receivable days 19, a very good indicator. And the 5-year stock price CAGR is 35%. So it means that in company has given the stock return at the rate of 35% for last 5 years, and which is basically an exponential returns actually. The promoter holding is 45%. As we stated, 22.5% is been held by GAIL, 22.5% is been held by BPCL, and remaining 5% is held by Government of Delhi. There is no pledge promoters. Operating profit margin and net profit margins are in the range of 25% and 20%. The company is a net zero debt company. The ROE is 20%. The 5-year ROE is around 20%, and the dividend yield is around 0.5%. If you see the company's financials, whether it is the sales growth, whether it is the profit growth, the balance sheet strength in terms of the return on equity, operating cash flows, the company is providing a fairly good numbers actually. The only hitch is that company's current PE is commanding is more over its 5-year average PE as well as the industry PE, and its PEG ratio is also above 1.5. So I think that is one factor that investors should watch out while making a decision on the investment in this company. Talk about the qualitative strength of the company. So company has an identifiable consumer monopoly. We saw that the company is a sole provider of natural gas in the Delhi and its adjacent area. And in Delhi, it is providing natural gas to the largest vehicle fleet. It has it is the better commercial as well as industrial crowded area, and it is a densely populated area. What is the chance that company will be obsolete or replaced in the next 20 years? We don't think so. In fact, government of India is having a lot of thrust on the clean energy, and it want to increase the share from 6% to 15% by 2030. And this will open a lot of opportunities for the players like Indraprastha Gas Limited. It is also venturing into the battery charging stations where it can replace the batteries, and electrical vehicle is going to be another growth area that needs to be watched out in next 5 to 7 years. So definitely there are no chance that company will be obsolete in next 20 years. Does the company have consistent operating history? The answer is yes. On the financial performance, we have seen that company's sales, company's operating profit, and company's net profit is consistently increasing. The operating margins are on the higher sides. The company's sales growth, in fact, the company's profit growth is outpacing its sales growth as such. And it has a higher ROE as well. Its ROE is in the range of 20% for last 4 or 5 years, and it should be able to maintain that ratio. Company is a net debt-free company. However, the company is commanding a premium to its 5-year average PE. Its current market price is approximately 570, and it has increased almost 100% from the last year when there was a global shutdown that was announced. Talk about the management tenants. Is management rational? Is management candid with its shareholder? Any legal issues with management or company? So we don't find any such issue. In fact, it is being promoted by reputed companies like GAIL and BPCL. It is also holding a 5% stake from the Delhi government as such. So in terms of the management, we really don't see any issues. Now, let's talk about the summary and let's see, is company worth an investment? So company has aggressive expansion plans, organic as well as inorganic growth. Company is trying to expand in other geographical areas to supply the natural gas. And in terms of inorganic growth, it is planning to set up the battery charging, electrical vehicle battery charging infrastructure. It has a monopoly in natural gas business in NCT Delhi and adjoining areas. It has a strong cash flow and bank balance. We saw that companies consistently generating positive operating cash flow, right? And it has a strong bank balance, and it is it is going to successfully withstand the turmoil that has been caused by this COVID-19 pandemic. In FY21, it navigated it successfully. In FY22 as well, we are confident that it should be able to navigate successfully, and then it should come back onto its growth trajectory once the demand scenario revives. The valuation appears stretched. We saw that the 5-year PE, the current PE is approximately 25 to 30% more than 5-year PE. Stock has almost more than doubled in last 1 year PEG is also more than 1. So valuations are definitely stretched. Investors should consider all the opportunities and challenges highlighted in this report, along with the key financial metrics before taking any decision on the investment of the. However, my 2 cents that given the growth in the CNG business and the government's thrust, Indraprastha Gas remains a long-term buying opportunity. You should, you should track this stock. You should keep this stock on your watch list and should try to accumulate when there is a dip in the stock. Currently, the stock market is scaling new highs every month on month, and all these companies, even though they are fundamentally strong, have almost double in last 1 year. So investors should wait patiently, should look for the market dips to buy this kind of quality stock. Friends, thanks for listening to this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to understand, to know more about such a good fundamental companies, about their product and services, about their financials and the future growth prospectus. Thanks a lot.